I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you for being here despite of the heat. I hope you're still awake. I'll make you participate a little bit to keep you awake. And I'm pretty happy because I heard what was said, and I think that I share a lot of things with the two people who talked before. So there will be little repetitions, but it's comforting in a way what learning code is today, and some very, very crucial elements. So let me introduce myself. I'm Perrine, I'm here. I used to be a social media and digital media manager for a big American company, and now I'm an entrepreneur. I still love talking with hands, and now I teach kids how to code. Yeah, that's pretty great to wake up every morning feeling truly aligned with what you do. But you know, that's not always easy to pass on your convictions to people. The first time I told people that I wanted to teach code to kids, they told me, oh yeah, why not? But I guess learning code and learning how to drive is a little bit early to kids, but yeah, people thought I wanted to teach kids how to drive. So there was a big misunderstanding, but I can get it. I'm sure that many of you here are thinking, what is she talking about? I work with developers. I can barely understand what they're saying when they talk about bugs in the back office, and you want to teach kids with that? Why do you want to annoy little kids? But let me ask you a question. Who here already know how to code? Okay? And how many of you have kids between 3 and 6 years old? Okay, I do. Few of you. I'm a mother. I have a young daughter named Jeanne. She's 3 years old, and I decided to offer to her the opportunity to learn how to code right now. And let me explain you why. As a mother, as a citizen, as a 35, 40 marketing age group woman, I truly, really don't get Snapchat. I don't. And I find the world pretty scary. And media and TV shows really don't help us. Who from you have seen the new blockbuster from Netflix named I Am Mother? You did. For those who didn't, I Am Mother is just a story of robots, okay, giving birth to humans, raising them, and killing those who are not perfect. Pretty scary, right? Okay, that's sci-fi, all right. So let's talk about the real world. Google just announced that they wanted to eradicate death. Okay, Google, okay. Facebook is thinking about connecting our brains to an informatic system. And Elon Musk is calmly packing for his next holidays on Mars. He also said that when artificial intelligence will be smarter than the humans, it will treat us like pet Labradors. Is it just crazy? Maybe. Maybe not. I really don't get Snapchat. I don't. What I get, and what I'm sure about, is that I want my child to grow up as a strong adult who understands the world around him, who can collaborate, develop, and get used to the very quick changes of the world around him. So, if I want that for my child, I have to enable him to understand these society changes, and it is filled with technology. But we know that screens are not good and are not adapted to our kids, okay? So, what do we do? I have good news for you. Learning code, understanding how code works, does not need any screen. When you think about a developer, Chloe said that you always think about a guy alone or with a friend, and his best friend, his computer. Oh yeah, I forget that. I will tell you about that after. You think about this guy with his computer. I don't know if someone of you remember that show Code Lysa in the 90s. I love that. No, I'm the old thing from the 35-40 age group. Okay, thank you, thank you. That was about that. Some kind of developer only on their computers. But what can I say is it is a huge cliche. Saying that code is inextricable from screens is a cliche. Let's think about what an algorithm is. An algorithm is a set of instructions to solve a class of problems. So let's find a problem. Your teeth are dirty. You have to brush it. That is an algorithm. You don't get it? So forget the toothpaste and let's see if your teeth will be clean. I don't think so. So, more seriously, a lot of developers work on code, create code, imaginate code without using a screen. To understand code, you don't have to use a screen. And guess what? That's very good news for our kids. Because that's what I wanted to show you first. Kids have superpower. And they have superpower from 3 to 6 years old. You may think that it's very young to learn how to code, but it is not. Because kids from 3 to 6 have a huge capability, have a huge ability to learn. They love to explore, to observe. They love to manipulate all the things around them. So it is the time to help them and to make them learn what code is. So let's go further with my story of the developer. So I said that you don't need screen to learn to understand how to code. We know that young kids have superpowers. So from this point, with my associate and the founder of Coloris, we worked on finding alternative ways to teach code without screen, stimulating all that is important for a kid between 3 and 6. And that's how we met this great woman named Maria Montessori. You may know Maria Montessori. She's a great, meticulous researcher, very known and quoted by the neuroscientists nowadays for all her work on children development. She created educational ways to help kids to learn with joy and a lot of pleasure. And it works. Let's explore a little bit how it works. For Maria Montessori, the most important is autonomy. And now I'm talking back to those who have kids. You know that, right? Every morning, your kid is saying, I want to do it by myself. I want to put my socks. I want to put my shoes. I want to do it. Don't help me. Even if you know that the shoe will be put on the wrong foot, even if you know that it will take ages to put the code on, even if you have a meeting in 20 minutes, that's always the same. But you know what? This is how kids learn the best. This is how they retain the information. This is how, thanks to their errors, they are wanting to try harder. That's why all Maria Montessori's material is self-correcting. When something doesn't fit, the kid can see it and can correct himself. Second point, aesthetic. That's obvious, I would say, aesthetic. When you put something aesthetic in the hand of a child, he wants to know how it works. He wants to play with it. That's the same for all of us. Remember the last time you had your last iPhone in the hands? You wanted to use it, for sure. That's the same with kids. And the last point, kindness. Be kind with kids. Be kind to everyone. Be kind to every people, every adult. When you're kind, you retain better. And be kind to a kid in education is to educate the whole kid. Not only the cognitive part, the whole kid. And giving him, I would say, emotional capabilities will help him in cognition capabilities. It is very important. So, it's not centered, but no matter. That's what we do at Coloris. At Coloris, we teach code to children from 3 to 6 in the Montessori way. Our aim is not to make every kid a future geek. No way, that's not the point. The point is to help them to understand the world surrounding them. That's the only point, understand. Because when you understand, you come from the user point to the doer point. Understanding enable kids to I would say, deal with the world surrounding them. It gives them principles and capabilities that they will keep for a life being. That's what we do. So come with me in the workshop. First, at Coloris, during a workshop at Coloris, you can learn how to program without any screen, thanks to this little robot named Cubeto, created by Primo Toys. And you can learn the basics of programming, of coding, hands-on play, so without any screen. You can also discover how computer screens work. We teach to kids the basics of the binary system, made of 0 and 1s. And by this way, we teach them how to create pictures through pixel style, like on screens. We help them to get into algorithmic logic through a tale created by Amelia, the founder of Coloris, and illustrated by Auraline Beer, which is a great illustrator. And through the adventures of Piero, you can see here, you can wonder and questionate about the surrounding world, technology, robots, and kids love that. You can also chat about technology and learn new words, thanks to part cards. Children can associate images to words, learn new words, and we discuss with them about technology, what is the difference, for example, between a machine and a robot, and so on. And at last, we work also with a great startup named Learning Beautiful, which was created by Kimberly Smith, who is a researcher from the MIT. She made 5 years of research around code and children, and she created beautiful materials she sent to us so we can test it with French kids. And it works. Kids love it. They come back. They want to learn more. Educators recommend us. The various activity clubs we work with are re-signing next year, so we are very happy, and it's give us an ambition, a huge, huge ambition, as our aim is really to enable every kid to understand the code, understand the technology around him, as we truly believe that by teaching every kid, wherever she or he is, we will enable him to grow with the same opportunities in life. And we will feel the lack of women profiles and underprivileged profiles in digital jobs nowadays. Yeah, I didn't tell you we made a great crowdfunding experience that worked a big success. We had 100% of the objective achieved in 10 days, showing that people are really getting into code for kids and that they really love what we do. And I just wanted to tell you too that we are working with great partners to achieve our goals. The CRI, that is just around the corner, which is the Centre de Recherche Interdisciplinaire, who makes research around young kids in the technological work, so they give their researches to us so that we can imagine new materials. L'Association Montessori de France helps us too to create materials adapted to kids from 3 to 6. And Learning Beautiful, I told you about them, that send us their great material. So tomorrow we want Coloris to become a method that will be played in every school by the teachers, by the parents, during the vacation, at home. We want everybody to be trained and to learn and to train at their turn to the kids. That is our aim. Maria Montessori said, since the jobs that our preschoolers will do probably don't exist yet, our priority is to teach them the skills to adapt and inquire and question and cooperate. If you are an entrepreneur, you do that. You, every day, you adapt, you inquire, you question, and you cooperate. Our aim is to give these skills to kids so that they can be here at your place tomorrow, wherever they come from. If it's a girl, if it's a boy, we don't care. That is our aim. Thanks for listening.
Que la famille. Que la famille.